Welcome to this week's edition of the Dixie Sun News at Noon. I'm Hannah Hickman.
And I'm Sarah Richardson. Thanks for tuning in. The bill to change DSU's name has been passed on to Utah Senate. House Bill 278, name change process for DSU, was voted for 50 to 21 in the Utah House of Representatives last Thursday. The Senate has not yet set an official date to vote on the bill. Another bill on the House would name a state stone. The proposed stone is honeycomb calcite, which is only found in Utah, particularly in Duchesne County, and is more than 500 million years old.
Student elections are right around the corner. Now that applications are closed, we can report to you that 10 contestants are running for the 3 positions. This includes current student body president Penny Nils, who is running for re-election. With campaigning starting next week, these candidates are eagerly preparing, but students not so much. Olivia Root has more.
Student elections are coming up. For some, this is a time to get to know other people and find out what's going on around campus. For others, it's just like any other day. I asked the student body their thoughts on student government.
As a student, do you feel like the student government cares about you?
Yeah, I think they're pretty nice, and I don't know if they really affect me, but all the ones I've met seem to really care about everyone they meet.
Well, I was in a student council in high school here at Pineview. We do stuff, I'm pretty sure they do some kind of stuff here.
I don't really care because I'm just so busy with soccer and my schoolwork.
I mean, when it comes to the name change, maybe a little bit.
I just don't have an opinion on it, I guess.
I care more about student elections if I felt like it had a larger effect on me. I'll look up who's running a little bit, and if I know them, I'll ask about them. If not, I'll be okay, I usually just vote whoever's for whoever.
I haven't voted. I didn't vote last year. I don't think I would this year either.
I don't think it really has that much of an effect on me in my experience.
They just do it and it doesn't affect us.
I'm friends with a lot of people on the student government. I feel like they know me, and any issues I have, I feel like they take care of.
I'd just say more who are the student activities. I don't know, stuff to involve everyone, I guess. I don't know. Doing a good job. I don't know, talking to the students and stuff. I saw them today, giving out flowers and stuff like that. I thought that was cool.
For the Dixie Sun,
Take some time to get to know what student government does for you. Elections will be held in March.
The Booth Wellness Center offers free COVID testing for students on campus every month. Here's everything you need to know.
With the next round of free COVID testing on campus being offered this week, the Booth Wellness Center is encouraging students to get tested. Last round of testing, which was in January just after starting spring semester, only 279 students were tested. The program has the capacity to test more than 500 students a day.
And so something we've noticed, not only on our campus, but other campuses in the state of Utah, is our turnout for testing was not what we hoped it to be. The continued testing program is essential for Dixie State students. For one thing, it's free, it's available for students, it's easily accessible. We want students to sign up en masse and make sure they're getting there. And why it's very important is we are not out of COVID yet. There's still a lot of time before vaccinations and other things are made available to the general public, including students. So one of the things that we can do beyond mask wearing, beyond social distancing, is to get tested.
So if you get tested, then you'll know, and then you can know to quarantine and then tell everyone else that you've been around that you're sick so that they know. I just think it'd be good to kind of slow down spreading of the virus.
This time, the program is offering free DSU gear for students who get tested. Called Swab for Swag, it offers t-shirts, backpacks, mugs, and all kinds of apparel, which will be given in return for students who get tested.
I think they're doing the Swab for Swag to get more kids in, because who doesn't like swag? I think it's a good incentive and it'll get more kids in.
The process is quick. After students have been swabbed and the results have been reported to the Utah Department of Health, students will be sent the results as early as 20 minutes after they've been tested. Students who either live on campus or at least take one in-person class qualify and can sign up on wellness.dixie.edu.
For more updates about COVID testing or to register for a test, be sure to check the Booth Wellness Center's website.
New workshops for English majors looking to sharpen their technical writing skills has just started. Assistant Professor Joy McMurrin and other professors are holding weekly workshops for English majors every Thursday at 6 p.m. until the end of April. They cover the ins and outs of writing software such as Microsoft Word, Excel, and InDesign. The workshops are fully online. Students sign up through Canvas and participate through Zoom. Anyone can celebrate Black History Month by visiting the Black History Month art exhibit. While some Black History Month events on campus have been made virtual, students, faculty, staff, and the community alike have the opportunity to visit the Black History Month art exhibit. The exhibit promotes multiple works of art and understanding of social issues. The exhibit is on display in the North Plaza Art Gallery through February 26th.
Pleasant Grove's Evermore theme park is suing Taylor Swift. The park owner says sales and the promotion of the park are hurting after Swift's release of her Evermore album. The owner says the album name also infringes on the theme park's trademark through the selling of merchandise. The park's owner is seeking $2 million for every piece of trademark merchandise sold along with other damages. Snow Canyon and other state parks are receiving a digital upgrade with the new State Park Pass app.
Snow Canyon and other state parks are receiving a digital upgrade with the release of a new app that allows visitors to pay online. Some Dixie students were recruited to help create the app.
I think Dixie students will benefit because this area is known for its wildlife and its state parks. And this app is specific to purchasing your tickets, and just to make it easier, and for us younger kids it's easier to buy stuff online besides having to carry cash with you, which is what they were doing prior. So now Dixie students can just pay online and take their pass to the front gate and get right into the park.
Not only will the app allow visitors to pay online, it will also include features that allow users to look up trailheads, look up activities in the parks, and it will hold answers to frequently answered questions.
I helped create an information page that helps answer questions that we've seen as we've been at the park. People ask a lot of the same questions. So I helped gather a lot of those questions and be able to answer them just on that website. It's super easy to find. So that's something that I was able to contribute.
Yeah, there was nobody at the stand, and then too, it's like, okay, so if you don't have cash, how do you go about doing it? So it's just so much easier, so you don't have to like worry about, oh, I don't have money, I have to go back and end up, yeah.
Be sure to look out for the new app. It will be available on Apple App Store and Google Play.
Going back to the Evermore theme park, I did not know that that existed in Utah, and it definitely looks interesting to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, it got some great publicity, I guess, with the album and the lawsuit, so hopefully they will get some people coming in. After the break, Michael sits down with the head of football coach Paul Peterson. Stay tuned.
Because of you, I feel not alone in this world, and you let me know that it only takes one person to make you feel wanted.
Welcome back. DC football will be back next week with 5 games lined up. I caught up with head coach Paul Peterson to see how his team is doing and what the goal is for this year.
All right. It's been a while since we last talked, Coach. It's probably like the beginning of fall.
Been a minute, yeah, man.
Yeah.
How are you?
Doing great. Just hanging in there. So, like, how's practices been going so far with the team, just from when I talked to you last in fall to now?
Yeah, I mean, we've shoot in the fall. We got a ton of work done, and we use that time to help our student athletes develop in the weight room and get their classes taken care of. And I thought we did a pretty good job of handling that with the fluid situation that we were given. And one day we're practicing, one day we're not. New rules, what we can and can't do. We're just kind of waiting to see what we could do. When we started up here in the spring in January, and our guys ready to go, fired up. We're playing some games, and shoot, if we just get one of them, we'll be excited. So I'm just hanging on to these games we have scheduled, and if we've got to adjust, we'll adjust, and our guys will be ready to go when it's game time.
So what's going to be that big key for you, Coach, to carry over from last season, that success for this year?
It's funny because I felt like we had a lot of momentum. We lost that Mines game, but it was a positive loss. We kind of identified who we wanted to be, and that game showed some toughness and some grit from our guys. And, Mines just kind of snuck by us and had to do 3 trick plays on some 4th downs to convert to get those. And so I felt like after that game, we'd made some strides and defined who we were. And I was excited for the upcoming season to carry that momentum on, and, obviously got sidetracked with COVID, but now, my main focus with the coaching staff is kind of regenerate that momentum and give our kids some success and growth. And I think we're doing that. It's just, we've been banging on each other for a whole year and a half now, and we're just looking forward to playing someone else to gauge where we're at. But excited about the work that's been put in, about the development on and off the field, and giving these guys an extra semester to be able to work out and develop physically has been a positive for us too.
All right, and Tarleton State, game 1. What's the game plan to take down the Texans?
Go deep. Score more points than them. We've been game planning them for a little while, and they've got some really good tradition. They win a lot of games. They've got some athletes all over the field, and they let them play. You can see that they don't try to do some crazy schematic things, both offensively and defensively. But they got some players that can win some one-on-one matchups, and so we're excited. I think they were 11-1 last year, won their conference. I mean, that's a pretty good team. They're definitely ready for this jump, and so they'll be excited to play us. And I think it'll be a good start to a rivalry that's going to be happening here year in, year out.
So you mentioned that you'll be lucky to play at least a game, and you got 6 scheduled. And what are you expecting to get out of these 6 games this season?
Well, I want to play as many guys as we can. I don't want to say we can't play for any playoffs or those types of things. But I think it's just a big gauge for our program with this Division I jump, playing an FBS opponent, playing some really good FCS opponents, as well as a couple of D2 teams that we're familiar with. I think it's a good mix. It'll be a good gauge where we at and where we need to get to for this upcoming fall. And we're going to play a ton of guys. We're going to try and dress as many as we can at home, and travel as many as we can do budget-wise, so we can get as many of these young kids in some live action games.
All right, Coach Peterson, that was my last question for you. Would you like to add anything else I haven't asked?
The future is bright, man. Like I talked about that momentum before. It's being regenerated. We've got the resources in place, president and athletic director, and they're adding everything that we possibly need to be successful. And we just can't wait to play, buddy. I mean, we just can't flip and wait. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, and I can't wait too. Got 2 road games. Then, like I said, Tarleton State. I cannot wait for game 1, Coach.
Be fun. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thank you for hopping on, and good luck to you at Tarleton State game 1.
All right. We can expect not only the upperclassmen, but the underclassmen as well, getting some playing time this season to get D1 experience under their belts. After the break, I'll have the update on the rest of DSU athletics.
Beyond the park you know, exists a world you don't. A world that is greater. Greater than just one passion. Greater than just one adventure. Greater than just one moment. Come to where life is greater. Come to Greater Zion.
Softball will turn the tides with back-to-back home tournaments kicking off with the Dixie State Classic. The Trailblazers got knocked around in their debut at the University of Nevada Las Vegas tournament and against Southern Utah University at home. DSU lost both games to the University of Washington and UNLV. The Trailblazers got their only win against SUU at the UNLV tournament and lost to the Thunderbirds at home. Standout player from the 6 games played so far is senior Megan Anders. She has a batting average of .368, 1 home run, and 4 RBIs. DSU will lead off the tournament tomorrow with the Huskies at 1:30 p.m. and the University of Nevada at 4 p.m. in St. George. Day 2 of the Western Athletic Conference Swimming and Diving Championships is currently ongoing at the Human Performance Center. The women's swim team finished day 1 standing in 5th place, posting 4 top 10 all-time marks and breaking the school record time for the 200-yard medley with a time of 1 minute and 44 seconds. The final races for day 2 will follow at 6 p.m. Women's soccer will open up conference play on the road in a doubleheader matchup against California Baptist. The Trailblazers will have the task of getting their first conference and overall win this season after dropping its previous 2 games at home. DSU previously played the University of Utah and Southern Utah University. The Trailblazers were defeated by the Utes in overtime by a final 1-2 and tied with the Thunderbirds by a final 1-1. The biggest takeaways from both games was DSU kicking more shots to create pressure on the opposing team's defense, and the Trailblazers defense making it challenging for the other team to score. DSU will take on the Lancers today at 2 p.m. and Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Men's basketball will finish its last 4 games at home, starting off with Tarleton State. The Trailblazers finished off its road schedule last week against in-state foe Utah Valley University. Game 1 against the Wolverines, they were lights out from the court offensively. UVU shot 54% from the field and had four starters score in the double figures. DSU's Trayvon Alfrey and Andre Malabi were the most productive offensively, combining for 32 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks. The Trailblazers dropped Game 1 by a final 72-87. Heading to Game 2, DSU had a way better night offensively, led by career night from forward Hunter Schofield. Schofield scored a career high with 31 points, shooting 69% from the court, and snatched 7 rebounds. DSU takes Game 2 by a final 93-89. The Trailblazers will take on the Texans tomorrow and Saturday at 7 p.m. at the Burns Arena. Volleyball will look to stretch its winning streak on the road against Seattle University. The Trailblazers previously took care of business at home, defeating California Baptist. In match 1 against the Lancers, seniors Megan Trainor and Jordan Nelson shined for DSU. Trainor had a new career high in kills with 19, just like this nice soft touch behind the Lancers defense. And Jordan Nelson with career high assists with 51. Check out this nice assist right here to Kay Hardy with the kill. Talk about a 1-2 punch for this Trailblazers team offensively. DSU defeats CBU 3-1. We're getting the brooms out for match 2 because the Trailblazers swept the Lancers 3-0. Junior Lyle Liftonga was the player of the game for this match by getting the job done offensively and defensively with 12 kills and 4 blocks. A great series sweep for this DSU team. The Trailblazers will take on the Redhawks on Monday at 6 p.m. and Tuesday at 2 p.m. I have a lot of confidence going in.
And before we leave you today, we have the results from the Mr. Dixie Pageant. Last night, 7 students competed in several categories, including sportswear, talent, and interview. Ultimately, Corey O'Bray swept the competition, walking away with the title of Mr. Congeniality and Mr. Dixie 2021. Here's
is none other than contestant number 3.
You know, I've actually done a test before, and I'm a 37% lookalike with Shawn Mendes, so I don't know what more you would need.
Don't walk away from me! Best pickup line is, do you believe in love at first sight, or should I walk past again?
I mean, I've been practicing for almost 21 years now, and so I'm really glad that it finally paid off. And I just want to thank my mom, first of all, and then the Academy as well.
What a night. Congratulations to Corey O'Bray, and his pants look fabulous for his talent, so sparkly.
You know, I was actually there at the competition, and I just have to say I'm so sorry for anyone who missed it because it was certainly an experience.
Yeah, I feel bad for missing it because it looked like a ton of fun, and the pants, I don't know if I can rock those pants for Mr. Dixie, but it looked like a fun time for sure. And that's it for this week's edition of the Dixie Sun News at Noon.
We will see you here next week, same time, same place.
Have a great week, Trailblazers.